All right, here we want to get a Riemann sum with four subdivisions of this data here. Of course, this data is the velocity of a bicycle. It's constantly increasing, and you can see that by just looking at the data. The velocities keep going up, but it kind of goes up in a strange pattern. And so we're going to use a Riemann sum because the function for this data is not quite obvious. And really what we're asking here is what's the upper estimate of the number of feet traveled? Well, we have velocity, right? Number of feet traveled. That's the integral of the velocity. And it specifically wants us to find the upper estimate, which is what we need because we have to do a Riemann sum for this. We don't have a function to integrate. So let's graph this data and see what we get. I'm going to put time on the x-axis and then velocity on the y. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 1. Those are the key points because they're on the table. And on the side here, I'm going to go up by 5s. 5, 10, 15, and 20. So 1 goes to 5. 3 goes to 7. 6 goes to 10. 7 goes to 14. And 9 goes to 20. And it wants the upper estimate of the Riemann sums. Riemann sum is just, the adding up the area of rectangles. You can use trapezoids or whatever like that, but we're going to use rectangles here because that's nice and easy to solve. And I'm going to use the upper estimate. So instead of making rectangles out of these smaller ones, so that this would be the smaller estimate, right? 1 to 3, that'd be using the smaller estimates as we're using the smaller data point for the height. Instead, we're going to be using the upper estimate. So we're going to go like this. We're going to go from the higher point going back. That's the first rectangle we need to find the area of. There's the second one. Here's the third one. And of course, here's the fourth one. And of course, the normal standard way of doing this is you have rectangles of equal size and you make them smaller and smaller the width. That's what gives you the integral. But we don't have the luxury of doing that. So all we can do is get an estimate. Now we just need to find the area of these rectangles. We have a length of 2 or base of 2 and a height of 7. We have a base of 3 and a height of 10. I'm just using these 7, 10. The next one's going to be a width of 1 here. And then a height is going to be 14. And a width of 2 and a height of 20. So we just got to find the area, right? 2 times 7 is 14. 3 times 10 is 30. 1 times 14 is 14. 2 times 20 is 40. And you just need to add those 4 things up. That's going to give us 28. 30 and 40 is 70. So it's going to be 98 feet is how much has been traveled.